Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Loca Vinyl. And man, exciting day. I just participated in my very first record store day, Black Friday, at a record shop participating in their very first record store day, Black Friday. And I got some great stuff. Again, at a great record store. I was at Granddaddy Records in Brooksville in Florida. The owners there, Tyler and Sydney, super cool people. It's really neat to see them grow in their record store business, and it was really cool to see them participating in record store day. They opened at 9. I got there a little after 8. There was only one person in line, and then by the time it opened at 9, there was like maybe 10 or 15 people. The shop immediately filled up, and so I'm so excited that they had a great record store Black Friday, or at least it began that way. I was only in the shop for about 15 minutes. But also welcome to the Loca Vinyl channel. It's the very first video here. I've made some record, collecting videos in other places. I've been collecting since, February of 2025. I was one of those people that had a record collection and gave it away, went completely digital. And then just recently, for our anniversary, my wife got me a turntable, and I have been full on hooked ever since. So I was excited. I went to record store day in April this year, where I got there a few hours before the store opened, and there were several hundred people in line at a record store down in Tampa, but this was as perfect as it could be. So let me share with you my pickups for record store day. I've saved the ones that I was really wanting. They're at the bottom of the stack here, but I took a flyer on a couple. This first one, as I was standing in line, I kind of read the description of Jazz Sabbath, which is really cool because it's the keyboard player that played with Black Sabbath and with Ozzy that's kind of made a jazz ensemble. And this is a live recording that has, jazz versions of Ozzy songs and Black Sabbath. War Pigs is on there, Paranoid, Iron Man. This is 2 records. I'm looking very much forward to listening to this, but I don't know what it's going to sound like. So I took a flyer, Jazz Sabbath. I have been trying to collect jazz. One of the journeys I've been on since I've started listening to records is I listened to the Ken Burns, documentary about jazz, and now I have all these artists floating in my head. So I've been listening to a lot of different jazz, and so I was happy to pick up another Miles Davis record. This is a 2 LP record, a live recording from 1965, and this one is called Miles Davis Live at the Plugged Nickel. So that'll be some fun listening. And then, it seems like with the record store day that live is a big deal. Now, in our house here, we're huge Billy Joel fans, and so I was very excited. I feel like there was only one copy in the store for this. Billy Joel Live from Long Island, and this has got 3 discs on it. And this looks like a great recording. I can't see. I'm trying to see what year this might have been recorded because it looks like a little older Billy Joel, not super old Billy Joel, but recorded in Nassau Coliseum, December the 29th, 1982. So my wife and I were just 11 years old, but she grew up in Long Island, so this is going to be a great record. And then we were watching a video yesterday that had a listing of all of the records for Record Store Day. And when this next record came up, this piqued my wife's interest. So I had to be a good husband. I had to do a solid and pick up the Jelly Roll, which has, I think, the Hard Fought Hallelujah on it, maybe. Maybe not. That's not what I thought it was. Picking Up the Pieces. Maybe that doesn't have that song, but this is some Jelly Roll. I think it's 2025 Jelly Roll. So this will be good for us to learn some new Jelly Roll. And then this is a classic record. I was a huge fan of the Dead Milkmen back in the day. I have an original pressing of Big Lizard in my backyard, but this is one of the first record store day pressings of this, and it's got a lenticular cover on it. And this looks cool. I was excited to have it. Big Lizard in My Backyard by the Dead Milkmen. And then this is an interesting one. So Free Willin' with Bob Dylan, one of Bob's first records. And originally it had 4 songs on it that didn't make it to the final cut of this record. And so this record store day pressing has added those 5 cuts. Now they've also taken some songs off so that everything fits on there, which I think like We've Lost Masters of War, which is one of the great songs on here. But then they've added 4 songs that weren't on the album that were supposed to be on the album. So that's kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to listening to that. And then we've got, I've been on such a Warren Zevon kick lately. This is a Warren Zevon epilogue live at the Edmonton Folk Music Festival. And it says right here on the hype sticker, Warren's last final concert recording. So sadly, in the early 2000s, Warren passed away from cancer, and I think a whole generation has been discovering his music. Of course, a lot of people knew him, but like when Warren was coming up, I was just a kid, you know, in the 70s, you know, not even 10 years old. So it's been really neat to go on that discovery. I put him up there. So like my three favorite singer-songwriters right now that I listen to a lot would be Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, and then Warren has really spent a lot of time on the turntable. So I'm consuming anything that I can get from Mr. Zevon, and it's got the hits on it. You know, it starts with Lawyers, Guns, and Money. Of course, you can't have a Warren show without Werewolves in London. Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me, one of my favorite songs. And then there's some songs I haven't really spent much time with, so I'm excited to do that. So that's pretty exciting. And then this was a folk festival, so I'm not sure what the tone of this is going to be. But yeah, there you go. That's my record store day Black Friday haul. A pretty cool event. I do love to see these local record stores getting jazzed up full of people, and it was pretty exciting to be a part of it. Shout out to Tyler and to Sydney over there at Granddaddy Records. Excited for you guys. Thanks everybody for checking out this video. Again, brand new YouTube channel. Going to be talking a lot more about record collecting and music, so subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. This is Tony for Local Vinyl, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.